I'll start looking for more for them hunting, because that sounds very brutal.
It's pretty cool. I mean, it's nature, it's sort of like some National Geographic stuff, but what makes sense too from like our perspective on a tequila brand is the Jaguar embodies this really interesting juxtaposition and harmony of power and finesse and grace. Cats are generally graceful creatures, but also can be very powerful, lethal killing machines, which we think kind of sums up tequila really well. Is it's finesse and grace as a spirit, but then also it is a hard liquor and packs a punch as well.
Yeah, I mean, and you guys, as people could see from your page, you guys can either drink it straight or make amazing cocktails. Obviously, you probably enjoy drinking it straight as well, but what is kind of one of your favorite cocktails when it comes to the tequila?
Man, so for our Blanco, Blanco is our unaged expression. I love that. I love it in the margarita, right? But I just love that with sparkling water and orange peel. We call that a Jag and soda, which is our play on a ranch water. It's clean, crisp, refreshing. And then our Reposado, which is our rested or barrel rested expression. Our Añejo hasn't come out yet. It'll release this summer, by the way. But for the Reposado, it has more barrel influence, and so that's going to be more vanilla caramel flavors that are naturally extracted from the oak. I really like to make a tequila old fashioned with that one.
Ooh. I've had them in the past, and I do love tequila old fashioned. I think they're delicious.
Yeah, and it's so fun going into our on-premise bar accounts that carry our product and seeing the wonderful creations that these bartenders and mixologists are able to come up with. Never ceases to amaze me. But at home, like in my personal daily during the snowstorm at least, consumption habits, I keep it pretty simple. But when we're out, I'll order whatever crazy creation these folks can come up with. It's always really fun.
Yeah, I always love seeing what mixologists come up with, because again, they're just, they're creating art essentially with, the way they mix different things and adding different instruments, or how they're, putting it either in a shaker, or how they, like you said, an old fashioned, the way they will, burn the banana or the orange peel, or just get the smoke in there. It's all fun to watch, and it's a great result because you're tasting fantastic mixtures of hard liquors.
Yeah, I like to refer to them as different consumption occasions. There's different things that you would eat or drink in your home versus what you would eat when you're out at a restaurant. I like to keep it simpler at home, and I like to show people how to make just good old simple 3-ingredient or 4-ingredient or less cocktails at home. But then also, if you're out and you're in a nice establishment, you want to try something that you might not, make yourself. And that's where you can get out there and try some crazy stuff. And again, like there's I wish I could remember all the ingredients in some of these cocktails. But we've seen some folks come up with some pretty wild out there cocktails that are always delicious.
Yeah, they're like liquid chefs, if you will.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now, I have a segment on the show. I call it the 5 count. Just 5 random questions. Just answer.
Okay. All right.
If you're on America's Got Talent, what would your talent be?
I grew up playing really competitive basketball and almost played in college, so I'm going to have to lean with basketball.
Okay. If you were a pro wrestler or MMA fighter, what would your name be?
McDiesel.
Was that already your nickname? You're just going to use that?
My friends jokingly call me that, like making fun of me, but I'm about 6'7" and 240, so I'm a bigger guy.
I imagine planes are not comfortable for you. What 4 dinner guests, dead or alive, would you have?
Oh man. So I went to UVA for undergrad, and all UVA grads are big Thomas Jefferson fans, and I fall in that camp. So I'm a Jeffersonian over a Hamiltonian when it comes to American political history. So Thomas Jefferson, Michael Jordan for basketball.
Right.
Man, I don't know who the other 2 would be. I think we have a pretty interesting dinner with Thomas Jefferson and Michael Jordan.
Oh, without a doubt. And cigars will definitely be smoked there.
100%.
Yeah. Who or what inspires you?
I love history. I love storytelling. Within this, one of the fun kind of journeys we get to go on is learning about the history of Mexico, learning about the history of agave spirits and Mexican culture and all of that. And that really inspires me.
That's awesome. And what would you tell your 17-year-old self?
You're not going to be rich by 25 like you dreamed of.
Unfortunately, I think we tell most ourselves that at 17.
No doubt. And I'd probably tell myself to cool it a little bit. I was pretty wild when I was young.
Well, I mean, it got you here, so it wasn't the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, I mean, I guess at like 14, when my mom busted me for drinking beer, she could have seen it coming that I was going to have a lengthy career in the alcohol industry.
Yeah, created two great brands, and now look at you. Now, if
who would your four guests be at dinner?
Man,
that's a tough one.
Actually, it is. So it's almost like, you know, when people ask who your favorite 5 musicians are, it's like, well, I kind of want to show my range as to, like, you know, all the things that interest me. So, I mean, when it comes to pro wrestling, I'd either have Vince McMahon or Ric Flair, just because, I mean, if you get a couple drinks in Vince, from what I hear, he really opens up and he is like, you know, a larger-than-life character. And then Ric Flair just shows up being a larger-than-life character. So that would be interesting. Bill Murray, just because he's he's an icon, and he's also, you know, there's even a documentary about the stories of him just randomly showing up at people's homes or parties or whatever, or just random places.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. I guess music-wise, Rick Rubin, just that dude, him or Questlove, I think. Either way, musically, I'd want those two. Oh, man. And then history, yeah, like, I don't know, Jimi Hendrix wouldn't be a bad one. Ben Franklin, I think, because he's got, again, his stories, and a guy that can write an autobiography of just about the women he slept with is just hilarious. So I think, wow, yeah. I guess that's for
I'm gonna have to add Steve Jobs to my dinner invitation.
Ooh.
As one of my favorite entrepreneurs, and would be a very quirky addition to this dinner.
Yeah, without a doubt. Now, if people want to find out more about y'all, follow you guys online, buy Alma Del Jaguar, how do they do so?
Yeah, so you can go to our website, almadeljaguar.com, or our Instagram, Facebook handle at Alma Del Jaguar, or Alma Del Jaguar if you speak Spanish. That's where you're going to find out everything about us.
Well, I appreciate it. So thank you so much for your time. I can't wait to see, you know, this brand get bigger and better and help more land conservation and just help people in general about, you know, getting good stuff inside their body as opposed to, you know, getting tequilas and other spirits that have all these additives in it.
Well, I really appreciate it, and it's been an honor to be a guest here on the show. And it's only through these kind of interviews and talking and meeting people like you that we're able to tell our story. So seriously, thank you.
Thank you so much to McCauley for being on the show. What a fun story he has, and what an even better story about the tequila as well. Find your Alma Del Jaguar Tequila today and help the Jaguars that are needing your help today. While you're doing that and enjoying this tequila, make sure to tag us on and follow us on our social medias. It is Brewsers Pod. That is BREWSCRSPOD on the Instagram, the Threads, and the Twitter. If you want to send us an email, it is brewserspod@gmail.com. If you want to follow me directly, it is Rody John. That is RODIEJON. Rody John is the name on the Twitter and on Untappd. In case you want to find out what I'm drinking, maybe we can have a beer together. If you want to follow me on the Instagram or the Threads, it is official Rody John. Send me an email if you would like. It is rodyjohn@gmail.com. Until next time, make sure to enjoy life, drink local, and cheers.